Hey, welcome back to Sports Nation Live. Now, Jamaica by Bike is a charity race that was launched today and it's going to be taking place, we don't know when yet, but from Kingston to Negril. And it's set to raise funds for the Sir John Golding Foundation, which was initially set up many, many years ago to fight polio, but now fights so many other physical conditions that people suffer through in this country and you hear very little about. So tonight we're going to be talking with Mr. Martin Fong Kong. He's the point man of the cycle ride that's going to be taking place to raise these funds. And Judith Denton, who is the Marketing and Communications Manager at ATL Automotive. Welcome, lady and gentlemen. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. We're very good. Thank you.
Hi, Martin. Are you there?
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, good. Let me start with Martin. Martin, tell me a little bit about Jamaica by Bike. And, of course, when is this cycling event set to take place?
Okay, Jamaica by Bike started out initially with just 3 members, Dr. Franklin Bennett, Paul Andrew Golson, and Tim Byan back in 1992. Mm-hmm. They started riding to Negril each year just for a challenge. And over the years, it has grown into what it is now, a ride of over 100 riders. Mm-hmm. And it takes place on the Saturday of the Heroes Weekend annually.
And this ride is now raising funds for the Sir John Golding Foundation. What primarily is the motivation behind raising the money for this foundation this year?
Well, initially when we started raising money for both the Sir John Golding Foundation and also the UWI-ICU. Uh-huh. Because one of the primary reasons was because if there is ever an accident involving a cyclist, mm-hmm. the services of both centers would be necessary if it was a really bad accident. So that was the driving force. Mm-hmm. This year we decided to go with either one charity or the other, and the Sir John Golding was selected for this year, and next year we'll do it for the UWI-ICU.
All right. Judith, let me bring you in here. ATL Automotive has been a major sponsor of this. They are the major sponsors of this event. What was the primary motivation for ATL in this regard this year?
Okay, well, ATL is always on board as good corporate citizens wherever we see need and certainly a worthwhile cause being promoted, and this is it. Also, we like to align ourselves with activities, events that are progressive, and Jamaica by Bike has not failed in that aspect at all. Mm-hmm. So we're really happy to be here. We're excited about it. We feel the passion, and hey, we're on board in a big way and hoping to see this event grow and to stay with it mm-hmm. throughout that growth.
You mentioned growth. Would you like to do more? I mean, in terms of helping to support other ventures like this that would help to raise much needed funds, because you heard Mark Golding say today they needed a portable defibrillator, which is a critical piece of equipment that they need. Are there many other causes like this that you think that ATL would probably love to get involved with?
Absolutely. We can't do it all, mm-hmm. of course,
yeah.
And certainly there has to be some sort of alignment with the brand, what it stands for, and we'd like to, of course, link it to something that's like sports is development. Mm-hmm. It's and one of the things that our brands do we continue to do locally in Jamaica is align ourselves in the same direction as our brands do internationally. Mm-hmm. So if it is cycling, if it's tennis, if it's track, wherever our brands go, that's where we want to go as well. So it kind of has to be a match in more ways than one.
Fair enough. Martin, tell me about the route and how this charity ride is going to happen.
Okay. Let me just state that it's not a race.
I said race. It's the instinct of sports. Sorry.
Right, I know. It's not a race. It's just a group ride. Yeah. We leave from Kingston from the ATL Automotive's office at 3 Oxford Road. Mm-hmm. The first group leaves at 4:30 a.m. and there's a second group that leaves at 5:15. We go through the Bogwalk Gorge, through Monigue, through Chalky Hill down into Draxall, and then along the North Coast Highway into Negril.
Okay, and what happens once you guys get there?
In Negril?
Yeah.
In Negril, well, there's a sense of accomplishment that you'll only experience if you do the ride. That I cannot describe to you. No matter how much fanfare is in the grill, once you've done the ride, that sense of accomplishment you just can't take away from the rider.
The celebration is really for the last man in.
I know.
Everybody's complete to the race. But we do have some things that we would like to have some. We're going to have some music, and there'll be some other things, some other elements. We don't want to disclose it right now. We want to ensure that the cyclists ride for the cause, first and foremostly, and certainly for the accomplishment, as Martin has pointed out. But there will be other elements to the arrival in the grill.
Let me just point out to the listeners that there are several other sponsors as well. There's KFC, there's a Gleaner Company, there's the Wisynco Group, of course, Sir John Golding Foundation, and of course the VW brand through Amarok. What any particular reason, Judith, why Amarok was chosen for this particular venture?
Absolutely. Amarok is such a dynamic, robust vehicle, and it pretty much embodies the spirit of everything that the cyclists are hoping to accomplish. And certainly the Amarok is cut out for the task. This is a vehicle that is best in class in so many ways, for ergonomics, for fuel efficiency, for power, for low payload, for interior cabin room. It goes on. So really a vehicle that Volkswagen took their time in developing, and it came out aces. The Amarok has been challenged by deserts, by freezing conditions, and it has really come through those challenges amazingly well. So this is going to be an easy run for the Amarok, but certainly it's a vehicle that most aligns itself with this race, and the Amarok can take you to Negril from Kingston and back twice over with fuel left over. So it's cut out for the task.
You might be using one to carry back a few tired bodies to Kingston afterwards as well. Well, Martin and Judith, thank you very much for joining us tonight. And, of course, all the best, because any charity event that goes into helping people and helping some of our hard-pressed facilities to provide services for the much, needed for Jamaicans who are much in need, it's all the support from this show is without question.
Thank you. It was great to be here. Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, man. The pleasure is all ours. And, of course, Judith, I need to talk to you, but I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Be good.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.